This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Water pump replacement. Pull the hood release lever located on the driver's side kick panel. Lift the hood safety latch, then raise the hood. Support the hood with the prop rod. Loosen the nut on the negative battery cable clamp, then disconnect the negative battery cable. Position the cable aside to prevent accidental reconnection. Apply the parking brake. As an additional safeguard, chalk the rear wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Raise the front of the vehicle with a floor jack positioned under the subframe. Place the jack stands under the reinforced portion of the unibody seam, then lower the jack. Cooling system draining. Remove the under-vehicle splash shield. Place a drain pan under the radiator drain fitting. Open the drain fitting and allow the coolant to drain completely. When it has completely drained, turn the drain valve clockwise to close it. Reinstall the under-vehicle splash shield. Raise the car with the floor jack, then pull the jack stands out and slowly lower the car. Remove the chocks from the rear wheels. Release the parking brake. Removal. Remove the retaining clips and reposition the access cover in the wheel well. Using a long wrench, remove the tension from the tensioner and slip the belt off of a pulley. Then release the tension and remove the drive belt. For better clearance, tie the air conditioning hose out of the way. Remove the protective cover from the main battery lead, then disconnect the electrical leads from the alternator. Remove the brackets for the electrical wiring harnesses that are attached to the alternator. Locate the alternator lower mounting bolt, then remove the bolt as well as the upper mounting bolt. Give the alternator a little jiggle back and forth or pry the alternator bushing loose, then remove the alternator. Remove the bolts from the water pump pulley. With the water pump pulley bolts loose, remove the bolts and the pulley. Remove the drive belt tensioner lower mounting bolt. Remove the tensioner upper bolt. Now remove the tensioner. Remove the bolts securing the water pump to the engine. A light tap with a hammer will free the water pump seal. Wipe the area dry and free of debris. A wire brush may be needed to get any stubborn debris off of the mating surfaces. Wipe the mating surfaces down one more time before installing the water pump. Install the gasket onto the water pump. Notice the protrusions in the gasket groove that help hold the gasket in place. Be sure the gasket is below these protrusions. Guide the water pump into the engine and hand start a few bolts to hold it in place. Install the remaining bolts in the water pump. Tighten the water pump bolts to the specified torque settings. Guide the tensioner back into place. Install the tensioner bolts. Tighten the tensioner bolts to the specified torque setting. Install the water pump pulley and the pulley bolts. Tighten the water pump pulley bolts to the specified torque setting. Install the alternator by aligning the bolt holes to the bracket, then insert the upper and lower bolts and tighten by hand. Tighten the mounting bolts to the specified torque settings. Reconnect the brackets for the electrical wiring harnesses. Reconnect the electrical connectors. Installation. Guide the drive belt around the pulleys. From underneath, align the belt to the crankshaft, air conditioning compressor, and idler pulleys. Guide the belt around the water pump pulley. Retract the tensioner, then slip the belt over the alternator pulley. When the belt is in place, ease the tension off of the tensioner and allow the tensioner to take up the slack. Install the access cover and secure it with the retaining clips. Connect the negative battery cable to the battery terminal and tighten the cable clamp nut securely. Cooling system filling. Remove the overflow tank lid and install a funnel. Slowly fill the tank with the correct mixture of coolant and water to the min mark. Remove the radiator cap and install a radiator funnel adapter. A standard funnel will do if you don't have access to a radiator funnel setup. Fill the radiator with the correct type of coolant. Keep adding fluid until it stops bubbling. If the coolant you are using is not pre-mixed, follow the directions on the bottle to properly mix the right amount of coolant to water. When the system is full, remove the funnel and reinstall the radiator cap. Dispose of the used coolant properly. Check that the radiator is properly filled. The coolant should be visible at the bottom of the radiator filler neck. Place the heater temperature control in the maximum heat position, then start the engine. Raise the engine speed to approximately 1500 RPM until the radiator fan comes on 2 times. Turn the engine off and allow it to cool down completely. Remove the radiator cap and add more coolant if necessary. Add coolant to the coolant reservoir until the level is 1/2 inch above the min mark. Then repeat this process of starting the engine.